Sandy has a thought. She said, I have found time and time again that those in spirit use electronics to connect to us, whether it be lamps, TV, speakers, and yes, also your computer and camera. Have you noticed that, Vedagurudev? Other orbs on cameras and I don't know.
Yeah, in my case, it's more, I try through my daily Kriya yoga practice, my sadhana, I align myself with the pillar of light, the stream of consciousness daily. So I get more intuitions and darshans from meditation, right? They come when I clear the signal. So
Yeah.
they found it more useful and more effective to reach me that way and send me messages that way. So there would be no need for them to use electronics or anything because I have a direct connection. I do all my sadhana is to align myself and get a direct connection and use my spine as like a radio antenna to receive the signal. So there would be no reason for them to go externally to send a message to me when they have a direct phone line. The red bat phone directly to Vedagurudev. But yeah, if you don't meditate or you don't raise your consciousness, I would see they would do that. You know, before I really started raising my consciousness, they come in dreams or they come in all different ways. They lay their breadcrumbs and they have their signposts. So it wouldn't surprise me if they come through electronic devices or flicker the lights or go through lamps or just to get your attention, to wake you up, right? So if you're not awakened, you would kind of need like a sign or something like, wait a minute, what's that? Okay, you know, my guru used to always say, Vedagurudev, you're looking at the forest without seeing the trees. So if you're not awakened and you're still in the Maya delusional world, they would probably need some more they would need some more things to jumpstart the car. So that wouldn't surprise me if they're like, hey, you wake up out there, you know, let me flicker your lights. Let me, I don't know, put static on the TV or something so you get the signal. But in my case, I spend majority of my day clearing out my radio signal, right? Clearing the static, all the distractions and stuff. So I stay ready so I don't have to get ready. So anytime they're giving me a signal, I try to have no distractions, no blockages. So I receive the message wholeheartedly. Are you feeling spiritually lost? Like you've tried everything, YouTube videos, online courses, even meditation apps, but still something is missing? Wondering, is this all there is? The world is loud and chaotic and your soul is overwhelmed, craving inner peace, but you can't find your way back to yourself. This is exactly why I created the Kriya Yoga Masterclass and my proven soul coaching system to help people just like you. This isn't a video you watch and forget. It's a daily spiritual lifeline that brings you back to your soul. So if you're done feeling lost and you're ready to start transforming, then come join us. This is more than a course. This is your lifeline. Go to kriyayogamasterclass.com. When I started on the path of Kriya Yoga, I'm sure Babaji was discouraged with me because I didn't get the message. Like, what? What do you mean? Like, come on. Come on, Vedagurudev, get it together, you know? What are you talking about? Go to the Himalayan mountains? No. I like Thailand. It's warm and cozy. I'm not going to no cave and sleeping in a cave. Wake up, you know? Okay, sorry, Babaji, you know? So it wouldn't surprise me, you know? They do, these ascended beings, in my case, they do have signposts and breadcrumbs. They can't interfere directly, but they give you signs along the path, right? So you're like, oh, look at that. That's interesting. Okay, let me keep going and see where this leads. So, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me that they use like Sandy says, they use the language of frequency, right? So that's how they communicate. So in our Kriya Yoga practice, all of our practices is clearing the frequency, clearing the distractions, clearing the static on your radio signal so you could hear the signal clearly, right? You know, in the beginning when I started, my frequency was all staticky, like what?
I need to tune this in.
I couldn't get the message, you know. Now the more I did my sadhana and my yogic practices, the more I meditate, I'm clearing out the signal. So the pillar of light has a clear connection. There's no blockages or resistance or obstacles. It's a clear, direct signal. So that's why we use our spine or a Sushumna nadi as like a radio antenna getting the signal. So the pillar of light hits the crown of your head and gives you a clear signal. So yeah, clear out your frequency, raise your vibration so you get a clear signal. If you don't know how to do that, join our free Kriya Yoga School, and we'll give you some techniques to get you started. And if you want more advanced techniques, go to the Kriya Yoga Masterclass. But yeah, clear out your frequency so you can get the signal. So I was definitely blocked up, and I had a very staticky signal in the beginning. So all these years of practice, I cleared out my signal so I can stay ready, so I don't have to get ready. So any time Babaji wants to contact me or connect with me, he has a direct phone line. Yeah. The red bat phone in the president's office, right? You know,
yes,
directly, right? Hello, can I speak to Vedagurudev? This is him. Go to the Himalayan mountains, sleep in a cave. You know, yes, Babaji.
Yes, boss.
Right away. Yes, boss. See you there. Booking a flight right now.
Yeah, a lot of people, like, I don't know, for me, like, I'll like get like I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and like videos will pop up on for me that I'm not even subscribed to, and it's like the exact message I need. And people say that they see repeating numbers, or I don't know, messages. We are given little breadcrumbs. I agree with what you said. Like, the universe has to find a way to communicate with us if we don't have a clear signal. So
yeah, like that's how me and Chad met, and that's how Chad interviewed me. I got a darshan, contact this guy. He loves Babaji. You love Babaji. He's always talking about Babaji, and he'll interview you. And I was like, what? This guy probably gets like hundreds of interview requests every day. He's not going to interview me. All right, whatever. I'll do it, Babaji. Sure enough, he sent me right back, and the saga continues. That's how the story started. Yeah. And that's how I got here. So
that's how I got here.
That's how you got here. So like,
yeah,
the universe works in strange ways. Like, the pieces of the puzzle come together in strange ways. And I used to try to make sense of it. Like, how did that happen? Now I just surrendered to it. Like, all right, that was interesting, you know, but yeah, I'm going to stay the detached witness, and I'm not going to try to make sense of it. I'm just going to go with the flow and see where it takes me. So, you know, that's how I always go. So that's how this Vedagurudev Soul Talks from a Thailand beach happened. You know, let's try to do something outdoor. It looks cool. You live in Thailand, you live in an exotic place. Let's try it. All right, let's try it. See what happens, you know? And here we are on our 11th episode. So keep it going. So
yeah.
And then also our satsang, I used to do it inside. Now we do it outside in front of my statues. So yeah. We're trying things out. We're testing it out. Seems to be working pretty good.
Yeah, I like that. We're open-minded. We're not attached to anything. So yeah, we'll keep pivoting and trying things.
Right. I'm not married to any idea, or I'm not going down with the ship. I adjust, I pivot, I change course, you know. So be light on my feet, light on my toes, you know. Whatever God throws at me, or this crazy Maya delusional world, I said, all right, that's what the best you got. Let's dance. Light on my toes. You know, I'm Fred Astaire. I'm a good dancer. You know, you ready to dance?
Did you see that move? Did you see that move?
Most people are stiff and rigid in the Maya delusional world. They're like, why did that happen? Oh, woe was me. I'm Chicken Little. I'm hiding under my bed. The sky is falling. Me, I say, come on, that's the best you got?
Yeah.
You ain't got nothing, right? Yeah. I'm the Captain Dan of Kriya Yoga. If you haven't seen Forrest Gump, there's a guy named Captain Dan. They're on a boat, and there's a big storm, and he climbs up the pole, the mast of the boat, and he says, come on, that's the best you got. You ain't got nothing. Right? That's me, right? That's the best you got. This is a joke to me, right?
Yeah.
And I always like when Babaji says, death is a joke to me. I am the death of death, right? So if we laugh at death, all this else is kindergarten. Like,
Yeah.
you know, not going for it.
Well, speaking of pivoting, Sandy says, "Yay for intentionally vibrationally pivoting, Veronica." Well, thank you. I'm a work in
Yeah,
progress.
definitely. We're always a house under construction, never finished. So we don't go down with the ship. We vibrationally pivot, change course, and go with the frequency we resonate with the most, right? So I'm not
Yeah.
married to any idea or any Kriya yoga practice. Sometimes I feel like a click, like, all right, I guess that Kriya, that asana has run its course. Now I'm going to try a different one. So that's why I like to have a lot of tools in my toolbox. Some techniques get you as far as they can and they run their course and you upgrade to a different technique. So some vibrations get you as far as they can, then you connect to another vibration and it takes you to another level and another level. So it just keeps carrying you on and on and on. So
Yeah.
don't be vibrationally rigid or stiff. Be adjustable and be ready to pivot and change course and change directions in the present moment. Don't go down with the ship, you know.
Get a life preserver.
Get a life preserver, you know. Change course, you know. I like that there was a story of a guy was out in the ocean and he was like, God, please send me a boat, you know. And then a boat comes and he says, do you need help? And then the guy says, yeah, God's gonna send me a boat. Don't worry, I don't need your boat. And then they go away, and then another boat comes and he says, yeah, God's gonna send me a boat. And then eventually he drowns and he goes to heaven. He said, God, why didn't you send me a boat? He said, you big dummy, I sent you 2 boats. You're too stupid to see it.
Yeah.
So accept the blessing whichever way it comes. It don't need to say God's boat on the side, painted on the side of the boat. So just accept the blessings however they come, right? So anybody throwing you a life preserver or trying to help out, don't be so stiff that you don't recognize the blessing. So
Yeah, that is
God
God
sends you
helping
a boat. That is God helping you, right? You know?
Yeah.
It doesn't need to say, have a neon sign that says God's boat, you know? Oh, yeah, God's boat, you know? So always accept God's boat.
Yes. Don't dismiss it just because it's not fireworks saying God.
Right. A neon sign that says God's
Yes.
boat. You feel like something inside you is quietly breaking down, like you've tried all the right things, meditation apps, self-help books, endless YouTube rabbit holes, but nothing matters. The emptiness just stays. The world keeps spinning faster. You are drained by the noise and pressure of it all. You are not broken. You are just disconnected from your soul. And that's exactly why I created the Kriya Yoga Masterclass and my proven soul coaching system. This isn't another feel-good video that fades by tomorrow. This is a living spiritual practice, a step-by-step system to heal yourself within. So if you're exhausted from searching, I invite you to take the first step. Go to kriyayogamasterclass.com.
Sandy has an interesting thought. She says, when I haven't meditated for days, they start messing with the lights and TV, LOL. Oh.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Like when I'm slipping on my sadhana, they send me messages like, come on, Vedagurudev, we got to get it together. We need that balance, 1 foot in and 1 foot out. So sometimes I get lost in the sauce, editing all these videos, making all the classes for our school. And they're like, doing everything for these live streams. And they're like, we need a balanced diet of meditation, of sadhana, and worldly things, you know, Maya delusional things. So balance it out, you know, not too much this, not too much that, you know, like I always said, too much masculine and not enough feminine, no balance. So you always want that balance, right? So yeah, I agree with you. If you, in my case, if I skip too much of my sadhana or I neglect my sadhana and go down that YouTube rabbit hole of is Liam Neeson dating Pamela Anderson, and I
Oh
forget
my
my
God.
sadna,
I'm
and
so engrossed in this.
they'll start sending me messages like flickering the lights, like Sandy said, and like, come on, Vedagurudev, stop playing games. You know why you came back into Maya delusional world, to help people, not waste your time on this mental clutter, this monkey mind, this mental candy that doesn't serve you in the present moment. So I was like, yeah, you're right. Get back to work. I like when Patanjali says in the Yoga Sutras, he said, the line to God is not a straight line, it's a zigzag. So we all fall off the path, fall in a ditch, dust ourselves off, get back up, and keep walking. So I'm no exception. I have fell off the path millions of times. The only difference is me, I just get back up and keep walking. So yeah, Sandy's right. When you miss your meditation and you neglect aligning and connecting with the stream of consciousness, the pillar of light, then it wouldn't surprise me. They send some messages like, come on, we got to do better. Let's get back to work.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you're right. It's like exercise, like some people neglect to exercise, and then they say, I saw that like 90% of people who buy gym memberships buy it and never go. So
Yeah.
don't be one of those people. If you have these techniques, these kriyas in your pocket, make sure you use them, or try to integrate them in your daily life as much as possible. And if you don't have no kriyas and you don't know where to start, everything is on the screen right now. We'll give you some tools for your toolbox, and if you want more, if you want more,
It's right there.
then join our Kriya Yoga Masterclass. But at least you'll have a framework of what Kriya Yoga is and what resonates with you and what works for free. So yeah, join our free Kriya Yoga school. Over 630 like-minded Kriya yogis and yoginis from all around the world.
Well, I was thinking of like people that have fallen off the path. It's like the higher you go up spiritually, the spiritual evolution, it seems like the more charisma you have. And I don't know, like I was thinking about gurus that have misused their charisma. And when somebody misuses their gift, I don't know, they're taking advantage of people, hurting people. Are they still a spiritual being? Once you go that high up, you should know better than to take advantage of people.
Yeah, they call them rogue yogis, like who use their influence, their Shakti path to get material things, which they are, how could I say, lost in the sauce. My guru used to say, Vedagurudev, you're a unique yogi because you come from the Maya delusional world 100%. You were attached to that. So you have already experienced that. Most of these yogis who come from a cave, then go into Maya delusional world, they're very tempted by it, but you've been there and you've done that. So you already know where that leads. So yeah, so if you've never experienced stuff, if a woman for the first time in your life has started to show you affection or offer herself to you, then they don't know what to do. They freak out, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, but if you've already been down that path like
Yeah,
me,
you're not
then
tempted.
you don't care. Like, no, I know it. It's like, so they get influenced by the material delusional world, but if you're not attached to it, then it has no pull for you. You're like, I don't identify with this. So yeah, there are a lot of bad example of people who monetize like yogic practices, but that's the 1%,
Yeah.
the 99%, what I've seen in the Himalayan mountains, they don't care about money at all. I can't even remember a time we ever talked about money. It was a non-issue in the Himalayan mountains. They don't care about it. It has no meaning. So that only has meaning in the Maya material delusional world. So it's disappointing. Like you said, you would hope that they would use their charisma to help people and do karma yoga and help people as much as possible, you know. But the pull of the Maya delusional world is very strong, you know. Even me, sometimes I gotta smack myself across the face, like, wait a
Yeah.
minute,
Ugh,
that's not the
snap
goal.
out of it.
Money is not the goal here. The goal is to help people. Yeah, 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 yeah. You're right. You know,
Right.
like, I,
Sorry,
let me
Babaji.
get back to it. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, Mama G. You know, I got the message. So yeah, you know, so it's out there, but you have to have a strong meditation practice and a strong mind to overcome it. Like, nah. My favorite story is Ramayana Maharishi. When he got to the place of his ashram, he took all his rupee, his Indian money, and just threw it in the water. Say, I never want to touch his dirty money again. So gross, so dirty.
So
And he got
gross.
his wish. So I thought that was beautiful. So yeah, when my guru said you're gonna have to go into the Maya delusional world and help people, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to touch that gross money again and gross energy,
Yeah,
and you
pay
know,
bills.
everybody's trying to cheat you and steal your money and trick you and, you know, sell you something you don't need, and it's gross. Can I just sleep in the
Yeah.
cave forever? You know, so but yeah, here I am. So I, I'm not I'm happy for what I got, not what I don't got. So I'm gonna make the best of it and put a smile on my face, you know, and see how far it takes me. And it's been a pretty good journey, I have to say. So
Yeah.
yeah, don't let these rogue yogis, don't let the 1% become your 100%, right? So most people
Yeah.
say, oh, I can't practice yoga. This yogi did this
Yeah.
and this
They don't.
yogi did that. You could say that about anything. I can't go to Christian church. This priest did that and this priest did that. That's only the 1%. So you can't let the 1% spoil the 100%. So there are people always like to attach to the bad examples, but what
Yeah.
about the millions of good examples, you know? So yeah, I wouldn't let that deter you or, you know, stop you from practicing yoga. Yeah. In all spiritual traditions, there are people who have misused their power, but just keep going and do what resonates with you. And anytime they tell you to wash their car or give them all the money in your bank account,
Yeah.
go away from that person, you
Yeah.
know? They're misusing their power.
Yeah. You should know better. Shame, shame, shame.
Shame, shame on you, you
Yeah.
know? Giving a black eye to the
Yeah.
yogic tradition of such a beautiful thing,
Yeah.
or any spiritual tradition. Like, don't use your power or your influence to hurt anybody or steal people's money. You know, that you're working, you should be working for the white flag, not the black flag, right? So anytime you hurt anybody or cheat anybody or steal their money or whatever, you have changed teams indirectly, you know. So don't change teams. We need all the light workers to come together in unity and come up. Too much darkness. We need more light out there.
More
So
light.
let's get to work, right? So don't change teams, right? No matter how much money they got, right? Like I said
Yes.
before, if you showed up at my house with a Brinks truck of $5 million and told me to hurt a child, I wouldn't do it. So that kind of tells on them also that they're not real spiritual people, because no spiritual person would hurt an innocent child, steal from people. You know, these are lower frequencies. We're rising our frequency to the higher spiritual frequencies. We're climbing the ladder up to bliss. We're not climbing the ladder down to ignorance, you know? So stay away from that ignorance. Too much already. We're climbing out of the pit of despair, you know? So if you're going the wrong direction, it's okay. Pivot, change course, and change direction. It's never too late, right? No matter what you've done in your life, see the right way and go the right way of God. Don't hurt people, don't steal from people, you know. Any of these lower frequencies, don't fight people, don't be angry at people. You know, you could see it plain as day when you raise your consciousness that this is not the way. So be like Baby Yoda and see this is the way, right?
This is the
So
way.
go the right way, right? Go the wrong way, you know? No matter how much money they give you or try to tempt you, say no, your money's no good over here. You know, your fairy dust paper money, take it out of here. It's no good over here.
Yeah. It made me think of something I heard a while ago. It was you lose your money, that's nothing. You lose your health, well, that's something. But if you lose your integrity, that's everything. So you
True.
can't get your integrity back. Like,
Yeah,
don't sell your
I would
soul.
agree. You know, like, how do they say this? I only have two things in this world. They said this in Scarface: my word, and my balls, and I don't break them from nobody.
Oh my God. They're
Right?
precious.
So I didn't know Scarface was a philosopher,
That's
that
deep.
Cuban Miami guy, right? You know? So don't break your word or your ass for anybody. Watching endless spiritual videos didn't change me. I wanted to feel peace, not just learn about it. Kriya Yoga changed my nervous system, helped me sleep deeply, and brought me emotional balance that I didn't think was possible. If you're ready for real transformation, not just theory or stories, join the free Kriya Yoga School at freekriyayogamasterclass.com or book a free call at kriyayogamasterclass.com. If that speaks to you, give this video a like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more teaching straight from my heart right here.